building of families can succeed, but it also can likely fail. Relationships or the problems in relationships do not discriminate. Homosexual and heterosexual relationships are both prone to the same problems. Nuances might be different, but at the end of the day, the core is the same. They are two people figuring out and appeasing each other and eventually building a family. And we believe on the opposition side that this entails equality in raising their children. Ladies and gentlemen, how does that translate to raising a child? We believe on the opposition side that the children raised from homosexual relationships will not necessarily herald the rise of a generation of better, more progressive children. Now, before I proceed, let me present to you the issues that we've identified on the opposition side. The first issue is whether the benefits presented from children raised in homosexual relationships by the government side is enough to consider them a better generation of children, because that's what the spirit of the motion entails. And the second is whether equality and progressiveness is mutually exclusive to homosexual relationship. Now, the stand of the opposition side is this. No, it is not mutually exclusive. All the benefits that they've told us can also be seen in our paradigm. Why, ladies and gentlemen? Because the only difference is the gender of the parents. And aside from that, the opposition side has told you the opposition side has told you the disadvantages of children being raised in homosexual relationships, not based on their gender or sex, but based on the constitutional or biological implications of raising a kid. Now, to proceed to the first issue, they've told us that children raised in homosexual relationships will more likely to be less violent, more progressive, and to be a beacon of hope for homosexuality. We believe that in terms of being able to forward homosexuals, the cause of the LGBTIQ plus community, that is true. However, we do not necessarily believe that they are more likely to be progressive. Because yes, they can be accepting of homosexuals, but they could also be racist. They could also discriminate. They could also be bad people. We've told you in the opposition side later, after my first point, we've told you that humans are biocultural. The growth and the attitudes and the personality of these children are not just based on who their parents are. They go to school, they interact with people, they form their own opinions, and those opinions shape them, shape who they are as a person. Sige, yes.
I think the harms that you're imposing under our paradigm is also present on your paradigm. It wasn't Leroy, that's a dichotomy.
Yes, we believe that homosexual and heterosexual relationships we people are all prone to being racist and to being homophobic. But we believe that children raised from their side, from exclusively homosexual relationships, are not going to be better than those children that are raised from heterosexual relationships. Because, as they said, it is not mutually exclusive to homosexual relationships, and so are the benefits, ladies and gentlemen. Heterosexual families can be as accepting, and can be as open, and can be as progressive as those from homosexual relationships. Another analysis that I can add to that is there's actually a possibility of these children being heterosexual haters, as they call. So if that's the case, then it's just going to be a cycle of hate. It's just going to be these children raised from homosexual families hating those of heterosexuality. Yes.
Our goal is equality, which includes both homosexuals and heterosexuals.
No, you stated that kids raised from homosexual families are most, or that's a quote coming from your side. We've told you that people are just people, and it's not necessarily the parents that are gonna be the ones who are exclusively shaping their children. Now, we believe on the second issue, where does progressiveness and equality where does mutually progressiveness and equality lie? We believe that it lies in both sides, ladies and gentlemen, and it does not necessarily mean that homosexual people will grow homosexual children raised from homosexual relationships will will become a better generation in our country, ladies and gentlemen. But moreover, we believe that one of the key points that the Prime Minister told you is the constitutional effect or the constitutional implications of having children raised in homosexual relationships. We must clarify that we on the opposition side do not mean to discriminate, ladies and gentlemen. We believe that people of the same sex should be allowed to marry and to become a family. We on the opposition side realize the reality of the status quo, that it's not easy to raise children if you are in a homosexual relationship. That's just the truth. And they've talked about adoptions, right? But it's almost impossible to adopt children in the Philippines if you're a homosexual couple. It's because of because of the social implications of that, right? When these people or when these kids go to school, right? It's our country is still not at a point where we're progressive and liberal enough to accept, or majority of the children or the people to accept these kids. So we believe that this is a reality in this country, and we believe that this does not mean that they're necessarily better. No more. At the end of the day, we all want a generation of children who are physiologically healthy and progressive thinkers who contribute to the country, ladies and gentlemen. We believe that children raised in homosexual relationships are capable of this, but we believe that does not necessarily make them more likely to be that if they are to promote that. We believe that children raised in heterosexual relationships are also capable of accepting homosexual people. We believe in that children raised from heterosexual relationships can also be allies or progressives. At the end of the day, abuse is not mutually exclusive. Mutual abuse, although their children or their parents may be accepting of homosexuality, they can be abusive in different ways. And we believe that at the end of the day, everyone is equal. Both children from homosexual and heterosexual relationships should be treated the same. Thank you.